So here we are again, just another short encouragement to our church, our members, and leadership in Manila, and our friends in other parts of the world, and encouragement. There really is a concept in Christianity and with many Christians, not necessarily all, but whenever something negative happens, it's the devil or it's some opposition, it's an attack. And there's definitely biblical basis for that. There's times where that statement and that concept is completely right. But also there's times where it's actually not, and where it's God trying to teach us something, or we've made unwise decisions and we're reaping the consequences of it. So there's a number of factors that contribute to adversity and to difficulty. But I perhaps just want to talk for a couple of minutes about the concept that it's the devil. Let's just say that it is the devil that's causing adversity, problems, challenges, trials in your life at this particular time. Let's just say it is. I'm not assuming that that's actually correct, but let's just say it is. Last night, just going through the Bible last night, and Esther and Job, those books sort of run back to back in the Bible, and Job's got clear references to the devil, to Satan, roaming to and from the earth. Job's an incredibly blessed man. The devil gets very limited permission and authority and power to do certain things to his life, all under the actual instruction and guidelines that God put in place. So while the devil with Job complained about a hedge being put around Job's life, and that's why he was so confident in his faith with God, even when the devil gets permission, he doesn't really understand that God's still got a hedge around him, because the devil has got guidelines and authority structures that God himself has put in place. So there's still a hedge around Job's life, even though the devil gets a little bit more access. He wouldn't have got that access if God hadn't given that permission. So the thing that the devil complained about with Job is actually a thing that he verified as being true and accurate and correct anyway, because he worked within the boundaries of what God did. But even in the book of Esther, you look at Esther, and there's no mention of the devil in Esther, but there is a plot and a plan that comes out through the man Haman to destroy the Jewish race and to destroy the Jewish people. So it's an attack upon the Church of the Living God in that day. And in both books, what you see is, yes, there was demonic activity, there was an attack, there was a plan, there was something that was put in place for the destruction of Christian people, of faithful believers. But in both books, God had a plan. There was a plan running with the plan. There was a negative plan and there was a positive plan. At the end of Job, we know that God comes through and everything that Job lost got restored to him double. So there was a plan in the plan. And it's exactly the same with the book of Esther. There was a plan in the plan, and God had a hand in the plan, and it wasn't all negative. So literally in one night, Haman goes home, and he's boasting about his greatness, his wealth, his prosperity, the favour of the king, the fact that the queen has invited him to a meal. He's boasting about all of those things, and at the same time he's complaining that Mordecai the Jew doesn't bow and give him homage, right? So his family and other support people around him, they encourage him, well, look, just go and kill him. Kill Mordecai. Just build a gallows, hang him tomorrow, get him hung. Right? So that's literally happening that night. The same night, the king is restless and cannot sleep. And so he calls for the records of things that have happened in the kingdom. And as he's reading through those records, he sees a time where it was Mordecai the Jew came to have the news of an assassination plot upon the king. He told someone, the plot got thwarted, the guys that were going to kill the king ended up dying. And he asked his people, so what did we do to honour Mordecai? And they said nothing. And so he says, well, we need to fix that. We really need to honour this guy. He's done a great work. And so listen, that's how it works, right? So literally in a different part of the town, in a different house, there's a man called Haman plotting to kill Mordecai. At the same time, the spirit of the king won't allow him to sleep. There's one plan, there's another plan, and there's a plan to destroy Mordecai, but at the same time, there is a plan unfolding to bless and increase everything about Mordecai's life. So even if it is a demonic attack upon you, upon your family, upon your friends, upon your resources, it doesn't matter, because there's a divine plan, there's a demonic plan, there's a divine plan, and the demonic plan never wins. You can't see the demonic plan in the Bible ever winning. The divine plan wins. So even if the devil is getting a certain amount of influence in your life or in my life, it's not the end of the story. The end of the story is the fulfillment of the divine plan. And what's happening here in the negative is happening here in the positive. And it's the divine that determines our destiny, not the demonic. Let's say that again. It's the divine that determines our destiny, not the demonic. So even if it is the devil, okay, might not feel comfortable when you're going through it. I'm sure that Mordecai, the Jews, Esther, Job, there was lots of things that were uncomfortable about what they went through, but it didn't matter. The light at the end of the tunnel was going to be the fulfillment of the divine plan, not the fulfillment of the demonic one. So we really need to keep our perspective right. God's plan is greater than any other plan. God's plan is greater than my plan. God's plan is greater than the demonic plan, and it's God's plan that comes to pass and gets achieved, nothing else. So again, it's about getting our eyes up, it's getting our focus right, not complaining, not blaming, not being afraid of things that are going wrong. It really is about God. We're trusting in you. There is a plan running that is ordained of you, and that plan is to bless, it's to build me up, it's to encourage me, it's to grow me. Your ways are not my ways, your thoughts are not my thoughts. So how this plan out works may not be according to my preferences, but it will be the best thing for me. We do not fear the devil. We do not fear adversity, and we do not fear difficulty, because by divine design, there's a plan that's working in the middle of it all. Keep our eyes on God, keep them off the problems, keep them off the challenges. Thank him, worship him, adore him, read, worship, pray. That's going to keep us looking in the right direction, keep our spirits up. Please be encouraged. Please be encouraged. Don't look at the distractions, look at the divine, see what God is doing. He's always doing something good. Bless you all. Have a great day.